Okay, so the second position is the coiler. Now typically a coiler is going to be pulling the rope through and creating that circle, and I know that comes from kind of high above and not exactly on the ground like he's doing, but this is generally the way you describe the position. So two things we want you to do. First, change the position of your feet. Most people have their feet kind of pointed out. Try to get them pointed straight ahead, directly in front of your heels as you can. That'll be one thing, is really focus on that, bringing your knees as close together, close to the basket as you can get them. And I understand that you got a mitigating circumstance, the basket is in the way. But every once in a while, as you're doing this, again, you're going to focus this area, and for about 5 seconds, just pinch your shoulder blades together. Keep doing the activity with your shoulder blades pinched together for that 5 seconds, and then just release and go back to normal. And you can do that probably every 30 minutes or so. And basically we're asking your spine up here not to bend and get too tight so that it puts too much work in your low back, where most people will have their problems. Now we're focused on the hauler position. So when you're hauling, an important thing to remember is when you're in the position, you're bent over, you'll notice that Kyle is doing what I assume most people will do with their feet. So what I'd like you to consider is pointing your feet straight ahead in the direction of the haul. So you're going to focus on that, pull it up, do the best you can, and of course your back is going to be bent and you're fine. You'll be bent over the way you're bent. But every once in a while, when you just, like if there's a glitch in the line, if you've got that 30 seconds where you're not hauling for whatever reason you can, then stand tall in this position, bring your feet as close together as you can possibly do, and do some butt squeezers. You can't see behind his shirt, but he's squeezing his butt. You do about 20 butt squeezers and 20 shoulder blade squeezers. Just pinch your shoulder blades together and release. Pinch them together and release. Now, in the event that you don't get any of those breaks, you know, like a 30-second break or whatever, then when you're bent over, I'll show you what we can do. So Kyle's going to bend over again and show you. So in this position, we call it standing cats and dogs. In standing cats and dogs, basically you're going to work on bending, arching, and tilting your pelvis. So you arch up like that and then tilt it the other way. And you can do those even while you're hauling. So as you're lifting, so go ahead and Kyle pull that. So you can do a few of those just to get that, we'll call it, you know, when the back and the pelvis work together, we'll call that a rhythm. And that rhythm that we want to get is the lumbo-pelvic rhythm, so we'll keep you moving. So just a few of those to keep your body straight. So you'll notice in summary, the feet are straight, and you can do these cats and dogs or standing butt squeezers and standing shoulder blade squeezers. Now the next position is the checker, who's going to be taking the haul from, if I understood you right, from the hooks and actually putting it down in the base where you store the fish. And so he's going to be doing lots of rotating, and I'm sure his feet are moving around and he's probably a bit more active. So anytime he gets a moment, the kinds of things we want him to do is to stop and actually do just a few elbow curls if he has time. So Kyle will show you those elbow curls, which basically putting the hands up. You'll notice his hand position where his knuckles are bent. You see the way they're bent, just like that. And you pull the elbows together. So pull them together, Kyle. Pull, and you touch them in the front and open them up again. Now when you do that, you keep your elbows up high at shoulder level, and you don't let your knuckles bend when you do it.